Hi, I'm Linda. We are all judgmental to some degree. Of course, we all have our ideal mate in mind when hunting for one. But when facing the reality that we all have flaws, where do we draw the line in the flaws to overlook versus the ones we can't ignore? I came across a profile of a guy that seemed reasonably compatible. JS and I both liked science fiction and comedy clubs and could talk about books we had read. After several messages, he seemed very enthusiastic to meet me. The discussion of meeting brought up an issue that matters to me. He didn't drive or have a car, but used the bus or train instead. It might have had something to do with the pin in his leg that kept it from bending, which he divulged early on. A man who doesn't drive bothers me because I don't want to be the only one doing all the driving when in a relationship. I came across so many men who no longer drive that I felt maybe I should not judge them so harshly for it. I still found it depressing. I just hoped the other aspects of the guy might make up for it. It was good that JS had cats. I have a cat and find that sometimes it is a deal breaker for the guy. Many of them have a dog or two. I don't count them out because a well-behaved dog will get along fine with a cat. It's all about how well the owner trains the dog. I had been concerned when I dated IA that his two little yappy dogs were out of his control. He had his daughter visiting, and I could hear the dogs barking at her cat in the background during a couple of phone calls, as he told me that was the cause of it. She was just staying with him for a couple days, but the sharp barking noises were disheartening. So I didn't tell him about my cat just to see if I could get past the first date. JS took the train into Dundee and we met up at a coffee shop. We both dressed casual in blue jeans. He wore a knit hat most of the time, but when he took it off, there were minor patches of damage, like burns or something, though he didn't discuss any skin condition. I thought I could get used to his appearance. He also had dietary restrictions that would limit what he would eat. We talked about authors and movies and my animation video. When he went to the loo, I could see he struggled to get up the stairs to find it. With a knee that doesn't bend, stairs become an obstacle. I also saw him struggle coming back down the stairs, so I could understand why getting in and out of a car would be a problem for him. At the end of the date, I walked him to the train station. His limp was more obvious by then. We said goodbye like we would talk again soon. Then I never heard from him again. I think what annoys me is that I thought we had quite a bit in common, so I would let go of the physical flaws, but still apparently I wasn't good enough for him. I had considered that perhaps a man with a few flaws might forgive me for mine. My weight can be an issue, or that I don't dress up much and can't wear high heels. My hair is thin, I have a high forehead, and I am well aware of other physical flaws. What does one expect at this age? So where does this leave me besides still being alone? I do believe that it was my destiny for me to meet my late husband. My psychic friend saw him coming, though I didn't believe it at the time she told me, because he was not like the man I was looking for. Now she knows me too well to read me, but I am not expecting any divine intervention again anyway. I haven't waffled from what I'm looking for in a man. I just don't have much faith that I will meet a proper one now. At this age, we are much less flexible or tolerant. I loved my husband dearly, but there are things I will not put up with in a new relationship, like smoking or excess drinking. I had my reasons for accepting that in my late husband, but they contributed greatly to his death, and I don't want to see that again. I would expect to outlive any new mate, but I don't want to see him refuse to take care of himself at all. There are lots of nice men out there, so I'm having a hard time figuring out why I seem so unacceptable to them. I know I would be a good partner with my various skills. I don't think I'm intimidating just because I am better at a lot of things than many men. However, it would not surprise me that they might resent it. though I am looking for someone at least semi-retired, so he will have more time for me. He may resent me in that I still always have a project of some kind going on. Am I supposed to dumb down? I don't think I can do that. I would have a hard time respecting a man who has no hobbies and just wants to travel or watch TV or is too into sports. Am I supposed to leave it up to the gods? One thing I am sure of is God helps those who help themselves. I don't expect anything to be just handed to me to solve my problems. I just get so tired of doing the same song and dance over and over, just trying to get to know someone new. It's actually a relief to take a break from dating periodically. It gives me a chance to recover from being reminded of how flawed I am and evaluate what is really important to me. Being a genuine nice guy makes a man attractive. If I can find a guy who makes me laugh, even better. And that is most of it right there. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe.